Welcome to Debutante Renegade. On today's show, I'm going to be talking about resentment prevention. Yes, resentment prevention. I find that the number one thing I see in relationships that makes them go bitter, go sour, is resentment. And any of the relationships that I don't admire, that I don't think are good or healthy between people, usually they're fraught with resentment. And I think I see that as just being the number one issue that relationships start to fall apart. And that's how I've seen it for some time. My partner and I made a decision when we started exploring our relationship and seeing each other. Having been married myself previously and seen so many marriage relationships around me not work out, my own relationships not work out, and the reason behind that always being resentment, I told my boyfriend, I was like, I don't want us to resent each other. We have to figure out a way around that, around resenting each other. The only way we can ever have a truly good, healthy relationship is if we can live resentment free. And I know it's going to be hard, but we have to see what that looks like. So there are some things that we came up with that for the most part work. That said, we've had spells where we have resentment toward each other, either I toward him or him toward me, for various reasons. And in the end, we've ended up being able to talk those out, hash those out, get to the bottom of it, work on it, and heal it. But, so I'm not saying that my relationship is without resentment. It's not, but we consciously work on not having resentment between us, and we do a good job of it. And when there's no resentment, there's love and appreciation and attraction, and all the wonderful things can flow more easily, and you can really feel good about being with your partner when you don't resent them, and they can feel really good about being with you when they don't resent you. So I think it's very valuable and important to check for resentment in your relationship, and if it's there, work on it. For our resentment prevention regime, the first thing that we do every morning, I think is important in preventing that. We make sure that our first interaction is a loving one. So my partner works from home and he starts working very early. I usually get up about a half an hour after him, and I go into his work area and I stand by and I wait for him to stand up and acknowledge me. And when he does, we embrace, we hug, and we hold each other, and we have a nice, warm, loving moment of love between us. And it's a really nice way to start the day. We'll usually ask each other if we had any dreams and talk about our dreams. We'll get each other coffee, or, one of us will make coffee. We'll usually check to see if the other's gotten some or knows there's some made, whatever. Anyway, I stress this because I just think it's really important that the first interaction you have with your partner every day is a loving one. I think it helps build a healthy foundation for the relationship and for the rest of your day. And it just makes your day feel better and nicer when you have a moment of acknowledgement and love between you, rather than just you go about your business and they go about theirs and you bump shoulders while brushing teeth or whatever. I think it's important to have a moment where you really give each other acknowledgement, love, appreciation as your first interaction. Then, of course, when you have upset feelings, when you're feeling angry or you're starting to feel resentment toward your partner, or something about them is irritating you, I think it's really important to decide if it's worth being upset over. If you're in a relationship, if you live together, if this is a long-term thing, decide whether it's worth it. Like, the way they load the dishwasher is so annoying. I fucking hate it. Is that worth having a discussion over, or fighting over, or having a disagreement? Or is that something you can drop? Now, maybe that's something that's really important to you, or everything's really important to you and you need to talk about it. Well, then do it. If it's like, you know what, not worth it, let it go. I'll just adjust the dishwasher the way that I like it to be loaded. Whatever these things are, maybe it's something more serious. If there's something you need to talk to your partner about, that's probably not something you're going to be able to drop. But anything that you're having, any feeling, any resentment that you start to feel bubble up inside of you, any anger, any frustration, whatever it is that you're feeling, question whether it's something that's worth discussing or if it's something that you can drop. Don't just hold on to the feeling. Deal with it. Is this worth it? Should I drop it? No, I can't let this one go. If you can't let it go, instead of resenting the person, have a conversation about it. And I'm going to link in the description my video about conflict resolution, because you can have one of the conflict resolution conversations, like that way of talking about any issue that you're having resentment. That method would apply perfectly here. So I'm going to put the link in the description. And if you want to know how to have that conversation, those are some helpful tips. If you do decide you need to talk about it, make sure you ask your partner when a good time to talk is. Don't just jump right into the conversation. Ask them, hey, I got to talk to you about something. It's going to take a few minutes. When's a good time? That way you're really honoring their time and what they have going on, so they can tell you, I can talk about it right now, or what, I'm going to be working until 4:00 today, or I'm going to be working until 7:00 today, and we can talk about it then. Great. Then, just deal with yourself and your feelings until then and have the conversation with them at that time. Part of the resentment agreement that my partner and I have is that anytime we are feeling resentment toward each other, we share it. Unless, again, I think we both decide on some things aren't worth sharing, we just drop it and move on, but if it sticks, if we're still feeling it, we discuss it, and we both do our best to not get triggered and to work through our conflict resolution. Again, you can watch the conflict resolution video below. Respect their time, ask when a good time to discuss it is, and honor that time. Wait for them to be ready to have the conversation. And of course, when you get to that moment of conversation, remember to talk about your feelings or to listen to their feelings, to air it out. Again, conflict resolution video. But yeah, it can be important to talk about your feelings, to air them out. That can really help. Something that people tend to do when they're feeling resentment toward their partner is have passive-aggressive behaviors and to remove love from them. I can't stress how much these are destructive behaviors. If you are annoyed about the way somebody loads the dishwasher, or you're annoyed about something else much bigger and more important than that, the right way to deal with it isn't by punishing your partner in little ways, or by depriving them of little things, or doing little things to kind of make their life worse. That's not the way to deal with it. And depriving them of your love and your affection, it's like evil in this way. And sure, we all do that, but let's be better. Can we just be better than that? I'm going to challenge myself to be better. Can you be better? Let's not do that, because it's shitty. And do we like it when somebody does that to us? No, it fucking sucks. So let's not do it. Let's be better. Let's not punish them with little snide behaviors. Let's wait for that opportunity to communicate our feelings, or let it go, but don't deprive them of love and affection or joy. Don't punish them. Don't take things away from them. Don't try to hurt them in little ways or make their life inconvenient in ways. That is not love. I think we really have to do our best to come from a place of love when we're with somebody. So be very mindful. Be aware if you're doing that, and cut it out. Knock it off. It's shitty. Don't be a shithead. Be loving, be kind, be true to yourself, honor your boundaries. There's no need to punish anybody. There's no need to remove your love from somebody. If that person is treating you badly, then get out of the relationship with them and remove your love that way. But don't deprive them on a daily basis of your love and affection to get under their skin or punish them, or because you resent them or something they did or something they said. That's not the foundation of a good relationship, and your relationship won't succeed and you'll both be miserable. So I challenge you, be mindful, be aware, do better, make better decisions. Treat people the way you want to be treated, right? You don't want people to treat you that way. Don't treat people that way. And don't accept that behavior from your partner. If they're doing it, call them out. Be like, do we need to talk about something? Or what's going on? And if there's a long-standing issue that's never been resolved in the entirety of your relationship, then question whether or not you should be together, or really learn how to let that thing go. Try to move past it. Try to build a new foundation. So at the end of the day, if you exhibit those behaviors, those punishing behaviors, those slighting behaviors, those removing love behaviors, those feed the resentment in your relationship. They will feed your own resentment. They will make you resent deeper, and they will make your partner resent you for being shitty. It's just going to feed the resentment. It's just going to grow that feeling in your relationship between the two of you. It's just not worth it. So for combating the resentment, some of the best things you can do are to be loving, be kind, be affectionate, speak your truth, listen in a loving way, ask for your boundaries to be honored, honor your partner's boundaries, be respectful, respect your partner's boundaries, make sure they're respecting yours. Be honest, have integrity. But most importantly, be loving, be kind. If both of you are being loving and both of you are being kind, it's going to be hard to have resentment, Another thing that helps combat resentment, listen to your partner. Listen to their needs, to their wants. If they're not telling you, ask them. Ask them what they need. Ask them what they want. Do your best to give it to them, but listen to them. Respect your partner's boundaries. Make sure they're respecting yours. Be loving. Be loving, be kind. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, for listening. Please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Share, comment. I'll see you in the next one. Hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.